The sheriff's office is responsible for overseeing the detention facility, which is our county jail, and protecting the courthouse. We're located near the Arlington County Bosman building, which is nestled between Clarendon and Roslyn. Arlington County Sheriff's Office is one of the most diverse law enforcement agencies in the DMV, but I think that all of our differences and our backgrounds make us stronger as a team. I'm very proud to be the first Latino sheriff of Arlington County. I think that representation matters. You know, when I'm among county leadership, my voice and my background and my past and my experiences, I bring all that with me. It's a huge opportunity to make a big impression on the community and give people hope.
The jail's like a community within the community. We have a medical unit, we have DHS, we have counselors, a chaplain, anything you could possibly find or imagine outside in the community, we have in our facility. Rounds are conducted at 30-minute intervals randomly, and if a person is experiencing an issue, it might be 15 minutes. For residents with substance withdrawal, we have a medical assistance treatment program, the MAT program, and we distribute Suboxone for individuals to help them out through the time while they're in our custody. Visitation is very important. It's the inmate's connection with the outside world. They get 2 free video visits a week. Also, we have in-person visits once every 2 weeks, and we have a visiting coordinator that sets that up. They'll call their family, and then they'll set up the visit and visitation time, and that's their time to meet their family in person.
We oversee the county detention facility, and we provide security in the courthouse, and we serve civil process. We are law enforcement certified, so we are able to support and back up the police department when necessary, which some of my staff do frequently. People typically stay in the county jail a few hours or up until 2 years. After 2 years, we typically transport to the Department of Corrections.
Somebody comes into the jail, the first thing the deputies would do is ask a series of mental health and medical related questions to find out if there's any underlying medical conditions or any substance abuse issues they may encounter while they're in custody. After that, the arresting officer would take the person to the magistrate for a probable cause hearing as well as a bail determination, and then they would be fingerprinted and photographed. If they're committed to the facility, they would be brought over to the processing section where they would be scanned in our body scanner to check for any contraband, drugs, or weapons. When someone comes in, their possessions are sealed in a property bag, and if any additional possessions are found during the search process, then those are inventoried as well to ensure that each person receives everything when they're released. We are aware that for many people, it's a very scary situation to come into a jail, especially if it's the first time. So we try to walk them through the process, be professional, reassure them. If they need any assistance contacting family members, we try to do that. We try to be transparent about the whole process to make everybody comfortable while they're in our custody.
Our duties as court security deputies is to make sure the courthouse is safe, which starts at the screening station to make sure no contraband or weapon comes in. We also provide security for the judges, staff, inmates, the public, jurors, to make sure that all the court proceedings goes well. And we're also responsible to make sure that the inmates who are in our custody gets to their legal court proceedings in a timely manner. So inmates are able to see their attorneys and family members. For attorneys, they do have access to the inmates in the lockup area, and we do provide that privilege for them to talk to them before their court hearings. I think it's important because the inmates are very anxious about court hearings, so it's very important for them to get access to their attorneys, so that way it's very clear and everything is transparent as far as with the digital process.
The role that takes me outside of the jail is I work in warrants, and we do extraditions, we do evictions. We also assist the police with traffic enforcement. We also engage with the community, and we assist with any special events, as well as serving warrants and also serving order documents that come from the courts. We have a canine dog, his name is Logan, and he assists with searches in the jail. And he's been with us for a little bit over 3 years now. I believe it is important to have a bilingual team. I speak Spanish, and it just makes it so much easier to interact with the community. It's an easier approach as well, being able to assist non-English speaking community. We have a language line that we use for other languages, and we also ask for officers that are available if they speak any other languages.
So the primary function, I believe, of the sheriff and the sheriff's office staff is to keep the folks that are incarcerated safe, provide them with the needs that every human being needs, which is food, shelter, medical care, and eventually provide resources that will assist them when they get back into the community to be successful.
My role as a deputy in the housing unit is to make sure that the inmates are provided all the services that's given to them, and that's the Department of Human Services. And also other things like case manager, and being able to access the case manager to deal with things they need as far as a notary or as far as reentry programs. There's a lot of things the inmate can do all day. We provide so much, the recreation area by itself, the day room area, the TVs that's available. So you got the drug programs. The inmates can definitely use the tablets for educational purposes. They have GED programs in here, so they can practice and use that tablet as a way to help them with their classes that they're doing. So it's just a way to study and prepare yourself for classes that you have to take in the GED programs. So we have a lot of inmates that move around. Some of them work in the kitchen. We have inmates that work inside of the unit, just helping out with trays, cleaning, or laundry, and making sure all the inmates get their laundry done. So it's a lot of different areas that they can work in the jail. You definitely want to keep people motivated, and inmates, sometimes they're up and down as far as how they're feeling. So sometimes keeping the inmate busy can help them relieve some of that stress of what they might be going through throughout the daily day.
I have 3 initiatives as sheriff. My first one is to run a safe and progressive jail focused on rehabilitation. Our goal is to provide as many resources to the inmates that are in our care while they're in the detention facility, whether it be parenting skills, money management, sex education, substance use, mental health treatment. The second one is my staff's development and their wellness. And the third one is community engagement. There's a lot of folks in the community that don't necessarily know what the sheriff's office responsibilities and role is in the community. And so engaging the community, sharing with them what is the roles and responsibilities of the sheriff's office and the deputy sheriffs, so that we can work together to come up with solutions that the community needs.
The Department of Human Services is one of the major arteries within the jail. We have 13 staff members of the Department of Human Services. The common goal is to make sure that these individuals are okay with their mental health, with whatever that they're dealing with, as well as being reintegrated into the community, because coming in here can be very scary. It's all about caring for these people that might not have the support that they should have in the community. A lot of individuals that come through this agency have a variety of different things in regards to mental health, substance use, trauma co-occurring, grief and loss. The loss of somebody's freedom is a huge thing. So it's a variety of different things that we do service as best as we can. We have a variety of programs within the jail. We have on-call, as well as a clinician that goes with our mental health unit, admin seg. We have the ACT program, which is a 37-week substance use program, as well as community resources to get individuals who have opioid use disorder the treatment that they need. And upon re-entry into the community, they'll provide them with some type of mat bag with Narcan, fentanyl strips, resources, sometimes toiletries, as well as a Metro card. Individuals get connected and providing them connected services, whether it's housing, some type of treatment, and just really hopefully for them to be successful within the community. I would say that's the common goal of just being in this field in general, is that we don't like seeing people in jail, and we want them to be successful in their goals and in their life, and whatever that may look like.
I would say the primary role of the inmate service counselor is to be accessible to our clients, to the inmates, connecting them to services, promoting a positive jail adjustment, and being a primary force with their reentry services. I work with the CRU, which is the Community Readiness Unit, and it's a reentry population. We have facilitators that come in, everything from wellness to NAAA, social justice groups, social skill groups, MRT groups, therapeutic groups, substance abuse awareness, Communications 101. I smile when I think about the library. We just did a rehabilitation of the library. We brought in a curriculum that allows the inmates to also dream. It's this thing that in order to be it, you have to see it. And we also concentrated on Black and Brown authors to focus on the population in our facility, as well as Indigenous and female authors. We know that reading and education is, I think, one of America's greatest equalizers, and it gives you a profound opportunity.
Our responsibility as the Sheriff's Office is to ensure that people are taken care of, respected, treated with dignity, and provided all the basic needs that any human being in the community would want and have the right to.
It's like planting seeds and watching it all come to fruition. And we know that when you plant seeds, you also have to nurture it. And these participants, they're nurturing the seeds and they're growing, and we get to see it, and it's profound. We've seen these men grow into who they knew that they should be and ought to be. And that's by taking responsibility, as well as working on skill sets, values, working with the family to reconnect them back to their communities. We always say this, that even though we're in here, we have a mindset of not who you are right now, but who you are meant to be and who you will be. And that's where we start to concentrate on. Not just jail-based thinking or criminal justice thinking, but that person beyond. I would say that Arlington is a special place, and ACDF is definitely, we don't just talk the talk, but we definitely walk the walk.
There's a saying that I've heard in the jail many times: I made a mistake, but I'm not a mistake. And so I think taking this mistake that you've made and turning it around and, making a difficult situation into a situation that can, grow you into a better person. And so I think that the jail can be a place of hope.